Hello and what is up guys, and welcome back to another video from Screencasters, and today I'm going to be doing an update to my Pendulum Magicians on the channel. This deck has went through a few changes, but not too many, but it has got a huge boost with Wavering Eyes at 3, as well as Akashic Magician coming out in the TCG. I think this deck's really good. It's my main deck in real life right now, so hope you guys enjoy it. Without further ado, let's get started with the deck profile. So for starters, I'm playing 3 Astro. I think Astro is like the best card of the deck, one of the best cards of the deck, honestly, but he's really good. There's never been a single time where I didn't want to see 3 of this guy. He's just that good. Basically, you can search him off Wavering Eyes, which I play 3 of, so I also play 3 Astro because I want to see him, but it doesn't really matter because if you use Wavering, you can actually search this guy and get his search effect off at the same time, where you pop up your scale, search out Astro, then the new chain link, activate that Astro, and then get a search. It's really damn good. He's also another body on the field to let you go into Decode, Talker, or Proxy, so that also helps as well. We're also playing 3 Harmo. I feel like Harmo is one of the ones you have to play 3 of. You don't need to play 3 of her, but for me personally, I think 3 is the better ratio. Ideally, she's your 1-card combo. She goes into pretty much any extra deck monster you want to go into. You can go into Supreme King to clear out a field. You can go into Start Time with her. She's just really good. I don't feel like I need to explain Harmo at 3. Next up, I got 3 Wisdom Eye, 3 Insight as I call him because I like his OCG name a little bit more, but yeah, 3 Insight's really good. He helps combo off with your Astrograph that you play 3 of, so not much to say. He's the reason you can never brick. He basically fixes your scales pretty easily. Next up for the 3 ofs, we got 3 Double Iris. Iris really helps. He's your reliable low scale. He's really, really good. Searches out the Trap Graph, searches out the Spell Graph, helps get your advantage. He's really good, and a Dark Spellcaster. Next up for the 3 ofs, we got 3 Purple Poison. He's really good. He outs most Floodgates in the game. You just normal summon him, smack into something, get rid of that Imperial Order, Anti-Spell Fragrance, anything that's really getting in your way. He also gives a decent attack boost to your monsters. The 1200 does come up a lot, and it helps Start Time get over most problems he's going to be facing. I'm playing double Black Fang. Still, I don't think you need 3 of them. He's okay, but definitely not needed at 3. And then we got the 1 Oath Dragon Magician. Black Fang is pretty much your Monster Reborn, which is pretty good. He helps bring back your Akashic Magician, he helps bring back your Start Time Magician, and Oath is really good going first, but you don't really need him after you're going first. Usually I go Insight into Oath Dragon, trigger off my, trigger off my Astro, use Oath to get back that weight, get back that Insight and combo off. He's really good. I like Oath. He helps to cycle your advantage. And if you ever do Synchro with your Harmo, you can add Harmo from your extra deck to your hand with his effect, which is pretty damn good. Then we got 3 Joker. Never play 2, play as much as you can. This is the main searcher for the deck. And I'm also playing 2 Sorcerer. Sorcerer's pretty good. You search him out, pop one of your scales, ideally Iris Magician to search out your Trap Graph. You can also combo off with him by popping your Purple Poison, which means you can get a pop on your opponent's side of the field, as well as get a search for your Joker, something that's pretty good. Although he's pretty okay at 2, I don't think I'll be playing 3 of him. I think 2 is the better ratio because he only has 1 target, so you don't need to search him because you do have reliable ways of popping Iris going first. Then you don't feel like you need to see him first, but he does help if you draw into him. That's why I don't mind playing 2 of them, because I don't mind seeing him going first or seeing him in my opening hand, but I'd rather search him, and I do not want to see him in multiples, so I feel like 2 is the better ratio. As for the hand traps, I got 2 Ghost Ogre and 1 Max C. If I had a Ghost Ashes, I'd probably replace all 3 of these for Ghost Ash, but I feel if you're a budget player, this is your budget Ash ratio. You're playing 2 Ghost Ogre and the Max C. It's pretty much a budget Ash, which is pretty damn good. They're not too bad this format, and hard drawing Max C going second is one of the best things you can do in this game. For the spells, we got 3 Duelist Alliance. Don't need to explain this. It searches your entire deck, searches your Trap Graph, searches Spell Graph, searches Pendulum Sorcerer. For your low scale, searches out Iris. For your high scale, really good card, don't need to explain it. Also playing 3 Wavering Eyes. I can understand why you don't want to main this, but for my personal opinion, this card has come in clutch so many times. There's been never a time where I did not want to see Wavering Eyes. I mean, yes, you don't want to see multiples of it, but if you really want to combo off and search out that Astro, which I play 3 of, I feel Wavering Eyes comes in clutch so often. It's so good. If you don't like it, cut it for something, but I think 3 Wavering Eyes is the way to go. Also, if you're going into game 2 or 3, it's an easy side out at the very least. We're also playing 2 Cosmic Cyclone for going second, but this is mainly there to get rid of the Solemn cards that get in our way, because this deck does lose the Solemn cards, not as much as before, but getting them early so you can do your Pendulum Summon, do your plays, is pretty damn good. Then we got 2 Pot of Desires. Use it, it's really good. The extra card comes in clutch, especially when going second. You have to out those annoying spiral boards. But yeah, it's really good. I don't feel I need to explain it. But you play 3 of everything, it's not going to hurt you too much at all. Then I'm playing 1 Pendulum Call because it's a good card. It searches your scales. It does kind of conflict with how the deck wants to play by popping your scales, getting advantage and searches and all that. But it does help with Trap Graph, because if you target your Pendulum Scales with this is already active, they won't be destroyed, so you get the second effect pretty easy. Then we get 1 Star Graph. It's okay. I mean, yes, I'm playing the Desires and 1 Spell Graph. I'd rather search it first and then do Desires, but there are been times we got the hard Desires, but this is one thing I like about the deck. It never bricks. It's so good. I love how I built it. 9 out of 10 hands, you're not going to be bricking. So that's pretty damn good, and probably one of the most consistent decks in the game right now, in my opinion. But yeah, you don't mind banishing it. I don't want to see it in multiples. You can search it pretty easy. I think 1 is better, and if you do end up banishing it with the Desires, it isn't too much of a problem. But it's good to play because help keeps your advantage. And last card of the main deck, we got the best card in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Right now. 2 Trap Graph. It's so good. This card is what keeps this deck floating. It's one of your very few ways of interacting with your opponent on their turn, and it's just really good. You might want to play 3 of it, but honestly, I think 2 is a lot better. So yeah, that's it for the main deck. On to the extra deck. For the extra deck, we got 1 Akashic. She's okay. You can Reborn her with Black Fang. That's usually why you play her. We got the 1 Proxy Dragon and the 1 Decode Talker. These are your Link monsters. Decode's there to get rid of your Astro or any pieces you don't want the board to help clear up some space. It gives you some extra deck zones. You can go into Dweller and Supreme King to clear out a field and make sure they don't float, which are really good in the BA matchup, which are really good against the ABC matchup too. Proxy's there to give you even more zones because you just need so many of them, right? But it's really good, and Akashic's there only to be reborn with Black Fang if we need a Dark Spellcaster in like a really bad situation. But it's really good. Sometimes you do get her second effect where you mill cards, so it's pretty good in my opinion. But these are the only Link monsters I play. I don't play Gofu because it's at 1 and not as reliable anymore. But if you want, you could play the 1 Gofu if you feel like it. For the Synchros, we got 1 Supreme King Clearwing, we got 1 Ignister, and the 1 Omega. I'm not playing the Beals because there are no true Draco players at my locals, so I don't need the Beals, but since the extra deck space is like so loose, like you can put anything you want near, honestly. But because I'm not going to be seeing true Dracos, he's not as needed to me. And Omega's there, get back your banished stuff, like if you Synchro with Harma, you can get that banished thing back to your graveyard to get reborn with Black Fang. He also tags himself out of the extra deck zone, so he's really good. He comes back into the main zone, so really good card. Ignister outs everything in the game. Why wouldn't you play it? And Supreme King is basically a reliable board wipe, so why wouldn't you play it? So that's it for the Synchros. On for the XYZs. Still only playing 1 Star Time. I love this card. I always think about playing 2, but 1 is a little bit better right now because the extra deck is so loose, so you don't really need to. But if you want to put 2, there's really no reason not to. I mean, it really depends on the person, but I feel like teching out the extra deck, so 1 is a little bit better because you can reborn him with Black Fang, so as long as his summon doesn't get negated, and as long as he doesn't get banished, it's not too big of a problem. And even if he does get banished, you can recycle him back with Omega and reborn him, so that's really good. For the techs, or for the utility cards, we got 1 Abyss Dweller, 1 Castel, we got 1 Baguska. This card's good. I'm thinking about playing 2, but I think 1's a little bit better because if you go into 2 Baguska, it's either a really grindy game that you're already going to win, or you're getting your ass handed to you so bad that the second Baguska isn't going to matter anyway. We also got 1 Tornado. Tornado's there if you can't open the Sorcerer or any other reliable way of popping your Iris going first. So you make Tornado, pop Iris, search Trap Graph. It's really good. You got 1 Trapeze for Trickstars. Really good going first against Trickstars. You got 1 Rebellion, helps OTK. I might cut him for something. He hasn't really come up, but he's there if you ever need it. And we got the Utopia Lightning Package. Now, a lot of people have been cutting this. I still think it's good. It's really, really good. It's come up a lot because, you know, I have a lot of Rogue at my locals, so this thing helps out pretty much anything that I can't out any other way, or if I were to use my Nister or something, whatever. But I like lightning. He comes up a lot. My personal choice. If you don't have the lightning, try cutting it for maybe a Beals or something, or maybe Enlightenment Paladin. These are two slots that are really up to interpretation. So that is it for the deck profile, guys. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. This is my deck profile of Magicians. It's probably one of my favorite decks to play in Yu-Gi-Oh! So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys got any comments, suggestions on how to make this deck better, I'd love to hear it in the comment section down below. And as always, with all of my real-life deck profiles, there'll be a list in the description of possible tech cards that you could try out in Magicians yourselves. So please check the description out. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Comment down below what you think. And don't forget to like the video, comment the video, and subscribe to my channel, which is Screencasters, for more epic and amazing videos similar to this one.